So what's up guys, I am Black Ops Amazing, welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be showing you the best weapons and the fastest ways to rank up and gain XP within Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now when it comes to the best guns to use in BO6 Zombies, it is different this time around compared to previous years. If for some reason you haven't played Cold War Zombies or Vanguard Zombies or Modern Warfare 3, if you haven't touched this game mode since Black Ops 3 for example, the point system in BO6 is different, whereas on those older games you would get points for every hit you did to a zombie, so 10 points for every bullet. That meant the more shots a zombie could take, the more points you would get back off it. However, in Black Ops 6 Zombies, it is different. You only get points when you kill a zombie, not per shot, meaning there is not really such a thing anymore as point building weapons. Assault rifles, SMGs, LMGs used to be the meta because you could put hundreds of bullets into a zombie before it died, giving you hundreds of points back from it, but now only getting a set amount of points when you kill it. That means the high damage weapons, ones that are going to kill the zombies the quickest, such as shotguns, are now the best weapons to use. Not just for killing the undead, but getting points off them as well, because the faster you kill a zombie and get those points off it, you can then move on to the next one and then the next one. It's all about killing the zombies the quickest, meaning the best weapons to use in BO6 Zombies are the shotguns, and the best shotgun in the game is the ASG-89. This is the weapon that you're going to want to use. There are only two shotguns in this game, the other one is the Marine SP, but the fire rate on that is much slower, so you're going to want to use the ASG. As far as attachments go, for the muzzle I'm using the suppressor. It doesn't do anything to your weapon damage wise, but the pro of this is it gives you a better chance of dropping salvage, and the more salvage you have in the game, the quicker you can upgrade your weapon to that legendary tier, resulting in you killing zombies faster. Alternatively, you could go something that will improve your weapon, such as the full stroke, improving your hip fire spread, but I think having the chance of earning extra salvage is a big payoff, so go with the suppressor. For barrel, I've chosen the reinforced one, increasing the damage range, which is crucial on shotguns, and bullet velocity. You could also go for the CHF barrel, which increases your headshot multiplier, but it will make the recoil on the gun a lot worse, so I just have the reinforced one. For the underbarrels, I'm using the rangefinder foregrip, which improves your sprinting movement speed, which is good, and recoil. For magazines, I am using the extended mag 1. I wouldn't use any of the fast mags just because the magazine size is too small. You could also go for the extended mag 2, which will give you 5 extra ammo in your mag, but your reload speed is going to be greatly reduced. I find just using extended mag 1 is the best way to go, especially when you buy speed cola. For rear grip, I'm using the CQB, which increases your dive to fire speed, your slide to fire speed, which aren't that good, but the one that is the sprint to fire speed. And then for stocks, I've got the light stock, giving you better hip fire movement speed, better movement speed overall, and faster strafing speed. The quicker you can move about in zombies and get your weapon up and shoot, I think is the best way to go. And then finally for laser, I'm using the target one. From what I can tell, there are no disadvantages to using any laser in game. And then I would recommend that you don't use an optic and use that 8th slot on fire mods, and I'm using rapid fire. From what I've seen, the 12 gauge slugs just aren't worth it. They're not that powerful, and there's not really a point of increasing recoil in zombies, so choose the rapid fire attachment, and that is the best setup you can use in zombies. Melee weapons don't matter, you're not going to use them. For field upgrades, these are just personal preference on your playstyle, but I would always use Frenzied Guard. Basically, whenever you need to get out of a sticky situation, whenever you're on 1 HP about to go down, you can just activate it and it will replenish all of your armor plates. There have been so many times where this has saved my life. I mean, you could use the Energy Mine, which is decent at taking out a horde of zombies, especially on exfils, and Ether Shroud has the zombies ignore you for a short amount of time, but Frenzied Guard works pretty similar along with fully replenishing your armor plates, so choose that one. For tacticals, I would go with stim shots. Trust me, these are super underrated. When you are 1 hit off going down in the game, just stim yourself and your health will straight away go back to 100%. Just don't forget you've got them. For lethals, I mean, really you could go with Semtex, C4, Molotovs are good. I just wouldn't go with the combat axes or frags. And then for your gobble gun pack, the one that I know everyone's going to say should be included in your pack is Perkaholic. But the 2 things you should know is, 1, it's an ultra gobble gum, so you're not going to have many of them, and 2, by the time a game of zombies gets difficult, which is about round 30, you would have earned enough points to purchase every perk in the game anyway, kind of making Perkaholic redundant. Unless you want to have all of the perks on round 1, you'll be able to buy them all in game anyway. The only reason why Perkaholic was so good on the older games in BO3 was because you could only have a maximum of 4 perks in that game. but because on BO6 you can have all of them anyway, Perkaholic actually isn't that good. So unless you're really bad at zombies, I wouldn't waste your Perkaholics. I would save them for completing the main Easter eggs, for example. The ones that I definitely would recommend you having on deck though are Idolize, which upon taking it means all of these zombies will ignore you for 30 seconds. Wonderbar, which will give you the wonder weapon from the mystery box straight away. Raindrops is pretty good, it spawns all of the power-ups at once, along with Shields Up, which refills your armor on use and makes it twice as strong, and Anywhere But Here, which is, I think, probably the best gobblegum in the game because it's not only rare, so it's really common, but upon taking it, it teleports you to a different location on the map, essentially a get out of jail free perk. Yes, there are more powerful ones, but when you're playing an everyday game of zombies, unless you're paying real life money to get them, you are going to have a limited amount. Now when it comes to the augments, at this point in Black Ops 6's life cycle, unless you've been playing the game non-stop, you are not going to have every augment unlocked, so this is just going to depend on what you have so far. If you don't know how they work, it's based on XP, so the first thing you're going to want to do is pick an augment to research. One of the first ones that you unlock is Stamina Up, so make sure that's selected, and then when you play the game, as you earn XP, you will go through that augment skill tree, so it's based on XP. All you've got to do is simply play the game, and as long as you selected one beforehand in the main menu, they will unlock naturally. The ones that I've got a lot of unlocks so far are Juggernog, Stamina Up and Speed Cola. For Juggernog in the major augments, I've got Turtle Shell, which makes armor act as a shield on your back. That's really good because if you remember back in the day when you actually had physical shields in zombies, the smart play was to actually not use the shield as a weapon, but place it on your back, meaning you could take hits from behind without having your actual health taken. The Turtle Shell major augment acts in the same way, so as soon as you unlock that, pick that one. For the minor augments, I'm using Hardened Plates, which means your armor has more damage mitigation. Retaliation's pretty good as well, where you can deal bonus damage while your health is low, but upon unlocking it I will be using Durable Plates, which slightly increases your armor durability. For Stamina Up, I don't have as many unlocked, I'm just using Freefaller as my major augment, which has actually really been useful, especially on Liberty Falls, where I'm constantly grappling up to the rooftop and then jumping off. Not taking full damage is great. I'm pretty sure that used to be one of the perks of PhD Flopper, but for some reason in BO6 it's now an ability of Stamina Up. And then in minor augments I've chosen Hard Target, which means projectile damage will be reduced while you're attack sprinting. And then the final perk I've got a couple of things unlocked on is Speed Cola. I haven't got it yet, but I'll be picking Classic Formula, which means your reload speed is even faster. And for minor augments, I've chosen the ability to be able to swap my weapon faster, so I can quickly change between my main weapon, which is the shotgun, and the wonder weapon in its respective map. But the first thing you are going to have to do is unlock the augments, which is going to take you a long time. And when you do that, I would recommend just go through them, read what they do, and pick which ones you think are going to be the best for your playstyle. Now when it comes to the gameplay, there are quite a few glitches out there already that you could do to earn XP unlegitly, but if you want a legit way of earning XP, the best advice I can give you is to just kill the zombies as fast as you can and get through those rounds ASAP. But there are a few things that you can do to help that. One will be critical kills, so headshots are going to give you more XP. On those earlier rounds, you will also want to use the Rampage Inducer if you're good at the game. There's no point in activating it if you're just a bad zombies player and you're going to go down because of it. If you're decent at zombies, I would activate the Rampage Inducer just to make those earlier rounds faster, but I would turn it off by like round 10 to 15 because the game's going to get extremely hard. And besides from that, I would also recommend you go for challenges or camos. Now this kind of goes against using the best weapon in the game, which is the shotgun, but unlocking camos will grant you extra XP, and you can also go for challenges as well. So if you look at the challenges, there are a bunch of calling card ones that you might be able to do naturally in the game. There are some that just won't be worth it, that if you go for these challenges, you're going to be slower at going through the rounds, so you just won't be earning as much XP as you would playing normally, not focusing on challenges. And there are mastery badges you can earn as well, so I'd look into the different challenges and how to obtain them and see if there are any you can do alongside just playing a normal game of zombies. And the final recommendation I would give you is to make sure you always exfil after a game of zombies. Don't leave and quit. Try not to get downed. If you can, make sure you exfil 100% of the time. You're going to get a bunch of XP upon doing so. Now, that is easier said than done, especially on those higher rounds. At about round 32-35, if you exfil anywhere past then, it's going to be really hard, so make sure you have either the chopper gunner or the mutant injection. In fact, I would say the chopper gunner is the way to go on Terminus, but on Liberty Falls I would use the mutant injection because, as you can see, the exfil area on this map is on the rooftop. However, whilst you're in the chopper, the zombies can jump off the roof and go inside of buildings and hide. And because the abomination won't show up as a red outline, as you can see here, I didn't even know it was on the map or that I hadn't killed it until my chopper gunner had finished, resulting in me failing the exfil. So for Liberty Falls, I would recommend using the mutant injection instead and focus on killing that abomination. But always exfil and never just leave. But yeah, that is the best class to use, and those are the ways that you can rank up the quickest without doing glitches in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I will say, whatever method you use, ranking up in this game is quite slow, so it's going to require a lot of grinding and patience. But hopefully this helps at least a bit. So there we go. Drop a like rating if you've enjoyed. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.